Well, howdy folks, and welcome back to the garage. Today I'm having a look at the Caernarvon, the Tier 8 British heavy tank. In addition, I'm piloting a new, faster, lighter format for these vids, moving away from the traditional discussion around different specs and then moving into 1 or 2 rounds of gameplay. This new format, which I'm running under the title Just the Facts, will break down the key characteristics of the vehicle, some tips on how to drive it, and how to kill it. Alright, let's get down to it. So, do you want the good news first, or the bad news? Let's get the bad news out of the way first so we can move on to a nice positive place. To put it plainly, Caernarvon's hull armor is nothing less than god-awful. There are some slight redeeming qualities in the frontal armor, up to 130mm, and some decent sloping on the upper glacis. The lower glacis is quite large and not nearly as well angled as the upper, making it a favorite target. Side armor of up to 51mm can be penetrated by the HE ammunition of any other Tier 8 heavy. The rear hull armor might almost not be there at all at 38mm. Caernarvon's turret is somewhat better armored with 165mm of hardened steel up front and 112mm on both the sides and the rear. Unfortunately, there is little to no angling, so you won't receive any added bonuses there. There is a generous amount of spaced armor on the gun mantlet, however, and wise commanders will present the turret front to all threats where possible, while keeping their hull behind cover. Mobility is a bright spot with a generous power-to-weight ratio for a heavy of 13.36 horsepower per ton. Okay hull traverse at 25 degrees and good turret traverse at 36 degrees per second. Top speed is also good at 34 kilometers per hour, and a view range of 250 meters is alright when compared to other Tier 8 heavies, as is the 1600 hit points of its health pool. The gun, for the most part, is a good weapon to work with, only falling short in area of alpha damage at 190 hit points, but a good rate of fire of 9.52 rounds per minute and quite decent penetration figures of 226mm with regular AP and 258mm with APCR ensure a reasonable DPM of 1808 points. In order to do well in this tank, I feel you must avoid allowing the enemy to fire at your hull. Play hull down where possible and always present the strong turret front to your enemies, juking back and forth. If the enemy can't focus on the rather weak roof of the turret, there is a good chance that their fire will get eaten up by the exceptionally strong area of the gun mantlet. Ideally, play as a second-line support tank where possible, taking advantage of the excellent aim time of 1.9 seconds and low dispersion of 0.32 meters to put accurate sniper fire into the enemies that your compadres are facing off against up front. Using the right mix of consumables, provisions, and ammunition and equipment can help out quite a bit with this tank. I recommend using the multi-repair kit engine power boost to make sure you are getting full mobility when you think you need it, and adrenaline for a temporary boost to that already good rate of fire. Provisions should not be overlooked, and I recommend the pudding and tea to give you the 10% plus to crew mastery, improved fuel for a 10% boost in engine power and turret rotation, and the protective kit, which adds 10 to 20% improvements to crew protection, speed of module repair, fire protection, and ammo rack and fuel tank durability. My ammunition loadout typically consists of 10 APCR shells for those situations where only spicy ammo will do, 2 HE for cap reset or soft skin vehicles, and the rest is regular AP ammo. And lastly, for equipment, I carry vertical stabilizer, gun rammer, and coated optics. If you're on the opposing team and you have superior mobility, use it to plant HE into the rear of the hull. Don't bother shooting HE at the sides, as the skirts cover most of the area that can be penned by HE and does a great job as well of mitigating the potential damage. Be mindful of the excellent rate of fire and more than adequate penetration of the gun. It will jump out and bite you. If you know there's a Caernarvon on the opposing team and you are being sniped by an unseen assailant, get into cover, as that gun will take serious health from you while you're busy with others in front of you. Well folks, those were just the facts regarding the Caernarvon, the Tier 8 British Heavy. While the hull armor is not to be relied upon, the mobility, turret armor, and the gun can be put to very good use in the hands of a skilled and thoughtful player. If you like this video, please consider hitting the thumbs up underneath, and if you really like these videos, please subscribe. Be sure and visit the Facebook and Twitter pages for other interesting and relevant info, and check out our Platoon Sunday live streams from the Asia and North American servers on Sunday mornings for 4.5 hours a week of Platoon gameplay. Alright folks, thanks very much for stopping by and watching. I'll catch you next time.